everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Women of Ouija with Marla Martinson and
Karen Dahlman.
Hey, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And we've got a fun topic today. We want to talk about... Take it away, Karen.
We want to talk about spiritual development and work you can do off the board, outside of the board, to help augment your sessions. How important it is to do your own spiritual centering type of work, grounding work, when you're not working on the board, and how that will help you and translate to work on our friendly Ouija board. Why is this important now? That's where you've got to start. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because when you come to the board, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing, your own psychic makeup, what's inside of you is going to affect and influence your sessions. So if you tend to be, an angry person, you're going to bring that kind of energy towards you. If you tend to be a person that's more grounded and centered, you're going to bring that energy to the board. And so I always suggest that people have their own type of spiritual practice, and spiritual doesn't necessarily mean religious. It could be something as simple as creating your own rituals that allow you to feel empowered in your life. We've talked many on other shows we've done about how we might use our crystals or our dowsing tools or our pendulums or our tarot cards that help us feel connected to great energies. And so that could be your spiritual ritual kind of practice. What I do is I meditate. I also do a lot of journaling. I like to work with my dreams. I do artwork. I do things that make me feel elevated in my experience, in my feeling center, and make me feel joy. So the more of those things I practice, the more I bring that energy with me, not just to the board, but to everything I do in my life. That's a real big secret here. Your spiritual work should empower you and leave you feeling connected to maybe source, connected to all that is, knowing that you're one with everybody else. It should leave you in a very strong place. Mm-hmm. And then when you do this work, you're not going to have these weird nebulous energies attacking you or being attracted to you, because they can't vibrate at the same frequency you're at. They can't go to that level. So the lower astrals energies will stay away from you. So just, it's what kind of experience do you want to have on the board? If you want it to be empowering and insightful and enlightening and get great messages, then work on your own personal energy, whatever way that might be. It might be yoga. It might be physical exercise. Like I said, it could be meditation. There's so many things you can do. Marla, what are some of the things you do that help you prepare yourself for your work?
Well, and I'll tell you, I want to make one comment that you really hit on, was when you say your frequency rises. That's why we say don't use the board when you're drinking alcohol or using drugs or goofing around or in a bad mood or fighting or something like that. That's because that energy, the frequency is low, and so that's when you're going to get into some trouble. So you want to come to it, like you said, with a high frequency. Yeah, I do meditation. I am an energy worker, so I'm a Reiki master, and I love getting energetic attunements, and that's really brought my frequency up, and that's what enabled me to use the board on my own, finally, because I didn't have that energy. I had to use a partner. My friend Julie and I would do it, and that was great, but Julie can't come over all the time. My husband won't do it. I have nobody. So I thought, and I love the board, and I wanted to talk to my angel, so I said I need to do it on my own, even though it's not always recommended to do it. Some people will say don't do it on your own, but I was getting energetic attunements such as Reiki and the reconnection and different things, and then I was able to, I can even feel my crown, a lot of energy at the crown. So the crown's open, and the third eye, I don't think that's really open yet because I'm not seeing visions and stuff, but I'm working on that. But yes, I like to do yoga. I like to do my meditation. I like to do my energy work. If I'm not doing it on someone, I'll even do energy work on myself or on my dog to keep that Reiki flowing. Mm-hmm. Even walking outside, I like to take my dog out around the lake, which is good to connect with nature. Love working with my crystals. I have some oracle cards that I might use, or a pendulum, just using different things in different modalities, maybe taking a class or getting together with a group of other healers or whatever and exchanging services. Some cool lectures or little workshops are kind of good too, because you get some new information infused with some kind of energy. But if you're going to be around a lot of other people in some workshops and stuff, you got to realize they bring their energy and maybe their spirits and stuff around too. So you may get some fragments of something you might want to sage yourself and cleanse after that.
Yeah, when people are sensitive, and a lot of people who use the board tend to be sensitives and intuitive empathics, and so you do pick up on energies, and that's why the board typically works really well for some of us. Yeah, we're like that. Many of you out there
Yeah.
are too. And so I think Marla brings up a really wonderful, valid point that when you are around a lot of people, you could be in public at a mall, you could be at a movie theater, you could be just walking, like you said, around the lake for exercise. You will maybe feel things that you go, that's not really me. So practicing your spiritual work, learning to do the energy attunements, learning to release those energies, learning to know what's yours and what's not yours, that all helps you when you work this board. That all will make the energy for this board to come together for you and work well when you begin to understand these different energies. One of the great byproducts, I will have to tell you, from using this tool, and I've been using it since 1973, using this tool has really helped me develop, even more so than when I was a child and I could see beings and stuff. It's helped me develop my intuition, my empathic abilities, even more, my sensitivities even more so. Now I'm direct channeling and it's coming through really well. It's just, everything becomes heightened. Your senses can become very heightened using this tool, and I mean that in a very positive way. I think I'm a better person for the work I've done on the board and off the board, and just moving and going about my life. It gives me a sense of really, again, I like the word empowerment when I do this work. Again, I come to the board with that neutrality or a clearing, a clearing within myself, so I can be open to receiving the messages and not color them or hinder them. If I had a bad day or something, I'm not going to use the board.
Right.
So, but the more and more you practice getting into your energy centers and you do the spiritual work away from the board, the more you're going to come to the board and feel very safe and protected and able to make these communications happen, because it really is quite amazing. I see it this way. The board teaches me, and the work I do through the board is how great and how many possibilities to life and expression of life is really out there. It's just a fabulous thing.
Absolutely, because we all know, the people who are into this work and into this stuff, we know we're a spirit with a body, not a body with a spirit. So
that's right.
There's other beings out there who are not in a body, but they can connect with us, and it's really exciting to know that and to be able to connect with these energies.
Absolutely. And to that, I want to say cheers.
Hey, cheers! All right, you guys, let us know what kind of spiritual practice that you do, and what's your favorite, and what connects you and grounds you and opens you up to use the board.
That's right. Bye-bye.